Oh. Hey, gentlemen, gentlemen, this is Hero Jen with Dr. D. Here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, to educate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Please, by all means, I want anybody that's on to go ahead in the chat line and let me know if my sound is too loud, it's too low, or if you can't hear me at all. But in the meantime, what I will do before we get started off today, for those coming on the first time, I'm Dr. D. And this is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D, where if you have seen this for the first time, how about you click subscribe, comment, and share it? Because what you do when you do that, you help us help make it better tomorrow today. So thank you for your support and thank you for watching me as we embark on this discussion. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I am going to, before we get started too much in dialogue, I'm going to go ahead and copy a link over to the comment section. All right, paste. All right. So what I generally do at the beginning of the show, I will I keep it like this. It's not too much. Oh, yeah. If I lean down, you won't see the glare. All right. So what I'll do generally, I'll put a link in the comment section. So when I get to the Q&A or even prior to that, what you can do is just go ahead and put your information on. Just click on, get into that room, and you come on, and you can give me your 2 cents. And you give your 2 cents, you may actually get a nickel back, a metaphorical nickel, that is. Tonight, what we're going to do, let me first put my music back on. No, it's not background. Stand. All right. Shh. All right. One more feet. Let's do this. Okay. Tonight, you know what it is. What is it? What is it? Tonight is Tonight is what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Well, tonight's what happened. Uh, it's what happened. Tonight I do a subject matter, pretty much a trending Wednesday when we talk about what happened, current news, what happened in the community, what's happening around the world. It's not any specific topic at hand. It's actually could be it can be various different situations that may be occurring, but hence the title. What happened? What happened? Now tonight we're talking about Wendy Williams and what happened with her and what's happening with her. About journey her life, what she's been doing in her life, and what's being done to her, or what she's allowing to be done at this current time in her life. And so that's what we're talking about. Generally, what I do, if y'all must know, what I do on Wednesdays is that I generally look for a specific topic, a general topic based on, I just stated it, based on what may be going on, maybe be of some type of interest to have a dialogue about. And when we have the dialogue about, then what happens is that I will talk about it. We have a discussion about it. A couple of highlighted points from different perspectives, and then we're in. We're in because it's one thing you get one. It's one thing to get one strain of information, but it's another thing to get different perspectives of how it's perceived, of how it comes across. And so therefore I have this platform open on Wednesday nights. So I throw something that's generally known by the populace. And so therefore if anybody comes on, then we have a discussion pertaining to that subject matter, with with different angles and different perspectives, because it's not all about my voice, it's about you all's voice, and we try to see what you think about what's going on, how you think the person is being treated, you think is right or you think is wrong. But the point is, we just want to know what you're thinking. So what happened? What happened? What you thinking, people? Journeyman, journeywoman, what you thinking? All right, let me see if my people coming on. All right, so okay. All right, so now let me see it. Now what I'm doing, I'm looking for a clip. And I'm gonna show a clip about what's happening to Wendy Williams. I mean, I looked at some information pertaining. Is really intriguing. Currently, Wendy Williams, she's dealing with dementia, aphasia dementia, frontal. What do I do with my book? I had to stuff it. Oh, it's right here. She's doing frontal lobe or frontal temporal dementia and aphasia. I believe that that Bruce Willis has experienced the same thing. How the difference is that Bruce Willis is now doing a documentary on his situation, and Wendy is doing a documentary on a situation. Based on my limited research, the reason why she's doing a documentary, because she says she wants to tell a story. She doesn't want anybody else to get all the glam, all the point on her story, when she can tell it the best way she can with the people around her, quote unquote, I guess, that she cares about or that care for her. So because she's the executive producer on her docu-series, on a documentary. Unfortunately, I think one time her son was giving a power of attorney upon her affairs. However, his power of attorney gets stripped from him. It gets stripped from him, and then Wendy Williams came under guardianship, which had put a toll on the family per se. It had put a great toll on the family because the being guardian actually put everything in the court's hands. So she spent tremendous amount of time in the court trying to get some things off of her, or I guess her people around there is trying to get things off of her, so it could be a family. She has two siblings, and from the limited amount of documentary that I did see, um, she has. I think the total sum of it all at the end is that they said we are going to take care of Wendy as she slips and she's not cognizant of what's going on at times because she's fading. She's it's in spots. You know, the thing that's interesting to me is that this is not a disease that was I have relatives, I have loved ones who have dealt with different phases of dementia. Now, in the situation that I have seen is that the individuals that the situations that I have seen is that when it's in the beginning stages, is that they may get lost, they may lose their bearings of time and where they are, and in some cases, who you are. I have never experienced that directly about individuals not know who I am, or individuals not know who I am. However, I have seen not being aware, kind of trying to get a grasp of humanity or reality. And so, what you also see in this is that you will see that they try to get a grasp of pillars of reality, and routine helps them stay there. And now the reason why I can involve myself in some of this conversation because I've been a therapist for 12 years. Now I'm an emotional healing coach. However, but I've seen individuals with multiple personality disorders. I've seen people with PTSD, bipolar 2. I actually experienced individuals in the behavioral hospitals and mental hospitals uh, with drug overdose or different disorders, as well as just regular anxiety and depression. So I've seen the gamut of different individuals. I've seen people dementia, far flung dementia, and even Alzheimer's. And but dementia is not Alzheimer's because you have a little you have room. You're still here, even though you may be slipping away to a certain extent. But we all slip away, right? Some slip away sooner than others. So in the individuals that I have experienced, is that sometimes they get a little shifted and they shift it away from the reality, but they can be pulled back in to a certain extent, especially at the beginning stages, and it can slow down the deterioration of the memory. So, but in Wendy's case, what I do see, and my son has actually stated this as well. This dementia dysphagia was alcohol induced. Yeah, I said it. It was alcohol induced. Alcohol induced. Yeah, I saw certain clips where our helpers would come in. I forgot the guy's name. Helpers would come in, and the first thing that they would do is look for the alcohol because she didn't have it open; she had it hidden, and they'd go pour it out. And when she said to herself, she said, "I had this thing for vodka." Now, back in the day, she had a cocaine fetish, so to speak. But that's been long gone. And then she experienced a separation or divorce from her husband of 22 years, and as she stated, 25 together. And that was devastating to her. And but anybody dealing with life changing situations uh, tend to go to a certain place to escape in order to wallow in that state that they are in of distress. And we all go there, but the goal is not to stay there. And I think one of her coping mechanisms, while unhealthy, was vodka. And she was asked, "Oh, why? Why? She said, because I can. I like it. And I can. And I don't want to stop. And so she would drink when she could. And even I even heard Wendy on the she was on the View, and she was telling Joy that um she said something to the extent where she was cracking a joke, and Joy laughed. Joy said something in response, and she told her, "I have to laugh so I don't cry." And isn't that like some individuals who live in perpetual state of quote unquote, this is perpetual, not perpetual state of denial, and they're laughing to the masses, but they're crying to themselves inside. If you're laughing to the masses, you're smiling to the masses because you don't want them to see your hurt, but you go home and cry. There's a bigger issue than the masses. But if you're so accustomed to being around people, it's kind of hard to stay away from them. And like I've stated in previous videos, we all have a mask. And some masks that we not willing to let others see. Rightly so. Because it's painful. And it makes you vulnerable. And who you want to, the vulnerability is not necessarily for everyone to see. And in Wendy's case, the person she was most vulnerable with was her husband. But what did her husband do? He cheated. And her issue wasn't that, it was infidelity. That wasn't her sole issue. Her sole issue is that infidelity is one thing, but you bring a whole new baby into the situation. So that's the evidence of the infidelity. I believe there's a lot of women may actually turn their head to blind eye to infidelity to a certain step, but the evidence behind is a baby, and that's one that she couldn't take. And that's why she filed. I don't think she really wanted to file, but the embarrassment of the child having another child outside the wedding, after the wedlock, it made it difficult to turn a blind eye to an affair that she probably knew that was happening. Go figure. Right. So it's so that probably that led her. That was one of the situations that may have led her to the situation she's in right now. And when you are on top of the world, or when you have a lucrative amount of money, funds, you tend to want to actually, you said you can pay for everything, and yeah, you can pay for everything, and you can tell people what to do. She's one of the helpers said that she fired she fired me 2 or 3 times. She fired me twice already, but he kept coming back because, and also her niece was on her about how she gives people money. She gives people money, and people don't care about her. But niece says she takes no money. She just cares about her auntie Wendy. Isn't it good to have family members that care about you and not trying to pilfer at you? But sometimes friends can be like family. But everybody is your friend when you pay them. Yeah, everybody's your friend when you pay them. So let me see if anybody came on. And somebody said, all right. Anybody can be a friend when you pay them. So it's interesting. But interesting that, I mean, people generally say that, there's nothing wrong with drinking. No. Even the Bible says little wine is good for the stomach. That's a little wine. But she drinking bottles of vodka. And then strong drink is for misery, for a person dealing with heartache and frustration. So, but when you stay lost in that season, when you stay lost in that bottle, you may stay lost in that drug, you may stay lost. But then, when will you find yourself? When will you come out and face reality? I believe the reason why a lot of people go into true, uh, true obsessive drug use, and hear me when I say we get so caught up on the alcohol, but sure, because it's a drug as well, and food is a drug of most people's first choice, especially the ones who try to stay abstinent, because it's dopamine hit. You go for comfort foods because it makes you feel good, and you eat so much you feel good, but most of all you feel bloated. Uh, and it's easy back on, but it's, but it's so much work to get off. I think a lot of people. I am digressing, but it kind of leads for Wendy, and seeing that most will be a monologue. And so, like I say, if you just come in for the first time, how about you help me help you by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing, and putting something in the chat line. Put something in the chat line and ask me a question, then respond, even if it's on the replay, or you come in with the link that I put up in the comment section. Come give you 2 cents, and you may actually get a nickel back. Okay. All right. All right. So let me see. Okay. So let me finish this thing off. Now put links up in there. Now, some people get so caught up on uh, different individuals and what they're drinking and what they're smoking, but they don't pay attention to what they're eating because it's all a drug. Because we do certain things to help us escape, but sometimes we stay in Disneyland too long. Meaning we stay at Disneyland when it's closed, waiting for it to open up again. That's how people go into buffets. That's how people go into alcohol. That's how some people go into drugs. They stay, or some people act on relationships as an addiction because they stay somewhere too long, and the cost they pay kind of limits their mobility to move further in where God wants them to move. It limits their mobility to be purposeful in their actions because they're so caught up in feel good instead of doing good. And then sometimes they so caught up in is doing good than being better. Can we just focus on being better? Better with others, better to ourselves for what we have to offer. Because if we're not better with ourselves, then we're not offering anything. Why? Because we cut our lives off prematurely. And we cut our lives off prematurely. What gift are we giving? We give them the gift of tears. Because people be around the casket saying, gone too soon. We harness energies that do us no good but inflict harm internally. I did a series called Anger, the Internal Assassin. And that's me killing yourself from the inside out. And in Wendy's case, she killed herself from the inside out due to her form of coping. I can't say that's all. That's the total reason. However, her son said the dementia and the aphasia, dementia was alcohol induced. That means she was drinking a lot of alcohol. She was drinking a lot of alcohol. So, with that being said, this is the hero's update of what happened, and we were talking about Wendy Williams. But more importantly, we talk about what you become when you're somebody only to escape to be something else. Try to regain who you really were. Wendy said she was born to be famous. She said she wanted to be in the cameras. She loved the limelight. She's fabulous. But when life hits, how do you deal with it? That's big. When life hits, how do you deal with it? There's no pain on anybody. Nobody, well, I don't know Wendy person. However, I don't wish that on anybody. 22 years and the husband goes out and then you have a son and you had to split your family and there's somebody you're vulnerable with. The breaking of the family is not God's ideal while it still happens. In America, probably every day. And that's a shame. So where's Wendy Williams? It's a docuseries, a documentary. And Wendy Williams is producing it because she wanted to be a person telling her story. I think that's commendable. And some people say, she's being exploited. No, I think she's just telling the story the way she wants to tell it. Even in the state that she's in. Now, Bruce Willis, on the other hand, his family sends links. It said clips out where he's cognizant, he's lucid, but not too much because family is his support system. And as I've seen in Williams, her family is hers as well. He's mad because everybody's using her, man. She wants to help. Yeah. So, this is where we are. This is where we are. Where is Wendy Williams? Well, she's here. She's here for now, and she's hoping to leave and shed light on aphasia. Aphasia, I may be pronouncing it wrong, and this certain type of dementia. However, I think light is being shed mostly is on some things that can be prevented. And if it was going to come, they don't have to come as soon. And life hits us hard. Life is hard. That's how you deal with it. I've said this before. It's not what happens to you in life, because we live life, or do we? But it's how you respond to what comes your way. And that controversy or trouble doesn't just come to the poor, but it comes to the rich as well. But how do you deal when it comes to you? All right, people. This is Hero Journey with Dr. D. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And you look up to your left. All right. What up? You see person-centered videos as well as emotion-centered videos. And we need anything more. Check down below. Just give me a call up. Hero Seeks, my website, heroseek.org. And come and talk to me. Maybe we can talk about something a little bit more, further that we can help you a little bit more in depth of what you may be going through. All right, this is a hero journey with Dr. D. And remember, if you remember anything else from this video, remember every day you get a vertical, make it your goal of life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and we are. Wanna move my feet.